Can you hear me? Because I'm not even sure if people can hear. Wait. Now I had to watch myself to see if people could hear me because that was crazy. I've been speaking for a while and then my sound was muted. Can you imagine? What is this? This is live for you, you know? Let's try something. I'm just going to redo it because you guys didn't hear anything I said. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I mean, this is the first time for everything, I guess. Oh my goodness. What happened? I will try to see if I can edit the live stream. So we're going to start from right here. Welcome everyone. I hope that you guys are doing great. So today we're going to do multiple things with Notion and Monday using Zapier. So I apologize for the beginning. I was speaking, but my sound was muted and I didn't even know I had to go back to my stream and check because I was wondering like if everything was working all right and I was muted. Like, I'm so ashamed. Right now, I just can't even. This is crazy. Like, I was. All right. I really apologize. It's been 41 minutes already and I have to restart from the beginning. I hope you can forgive me and bear with me because you needed to hear what I said. Right here, I have my Notion account with my databases that I want to map. So I called it to do and I want to map it to Notion. I love Notion so much. I want to map it to Monday. So I have the same database with the same properties in Notion. I have it in Monday. All right. So let's create a Zap. I'm so sorry. Oh, I don't even know where to go. And these millions of people will see it. Oh my gosh. This is all my days. I just want to hide right now. You guys have no idea. I just want to hide. Like how? How can you record and not? Anyways, let's do it. So I hope that you're familiar with Zapier. If not, I can do another tutorial on the interface of Zapier and Notion and Monday, etc. We were supposed to end at 11. Now I have a couple minutes to show you everything that I've done and it's crazy. So we're going to auto-sync our tasks from Notion to Monday. We're going to take the trigger that is Notion, and then when we choose Notion, they ask us for the trigger event. So we have three options. We have new database item, we have updated database item, and we have updated page. All right. I want an automation as in when a new item is created, then it populates automatically in Notion. That's the goal of my Zap right here. So I choose a new database item and I already linked my account, but I'm going to show you how to relink it. All right. So I'll say connect a new account, right? So when you go to connect your account, if you never connected your Notion account to Zapier, they're going to ask you to connect it. And then I select the pages. So when I select the pages, since I already have my page that I know I want to link, it's already selected, I will choose it. And it's called automatemonday.com and I will allow the access. All right. Then I click on continue. All right. Then they ask us to choose the database, right? So we have the to-do database and we have the weekly report. I want the to-do to be populated in Monday. So I'm going to choose to-do and I click on continue. So they're going to ask me to test my trigger and I will test the trigger. This is just to make sure that your Zap is working, right? You need to always test your trigger and your actions to make sure that when you publish your Zap, it works perfectly. So we have three records that have been populated here. Let's see if everything is mapped correctly. Yes, everything is mapped. So you go through everything, you check the ones that have every property mapped, because if there's something missing here, it's going to be missing on your Monday database. I'll choose the database item C and I'm going to continue. with it. Then they ask me which app I want to choose as an action. So I'll choose monday.com. Before I forget, the 2 minutes here, it's called the polling trigger. So this represents the amount of time that you're going to have to wait for your data to be populated in another tool. So from Notion to Monday, you're going to have to wait a little bit, about 2 minutes. Now, we are on the second tab, that is monday.com, and they ask us to choose the action event. I want to create an item. I choose create item. Just checking my stream. So we're Gucci. All right, so we've been asked to choose the board ID, the group ID, the item, etc. What's the board ID? The board ID here is the page that contains your database. So here we have project plan, here we have weekly report. I want project plan. So I go back on my Zap and I choose project plan. Then as soon as I choose, there are some properties that have been populated. We're going to go through one by one. We have the group ID here. So when I go to my project plan, this one is to do database. That's what I want. So I will choose to do. I want to map the item name to the Notion account. So here, remember, we have task here and we have task here. So it needs to be the same one. So I click on slash button on my keyboard and I look for the task. I see here tasks update 5 is the one that is correct. I don't have a sub item name, so I'm just going to leave it empty. If I did have a sub item, I'll just use the field for mapping like I did for the previous one. For the status, you can go for a specific status. I just want all, so I go to custom instead of static. I see here the status working on it, because I remember I have working on it, I have done, I have stuck, I have not started. So I choose working on it. Then the date, same thing. You either have properties date start or date start, and you need to make sure that it populates the right date. So I see March 4th, 2025. I choose it. The priority, I do the same thing. I go to custom and I look for the priority. Let's see the critical, high, low. I see critical. All right. The people usually is the person that was assigned to the task here. If you have multiple people, you can put all of them, but I just have myself, so I'm just going to choose myself. I can either choose my name here, or if I go to the custom, I can choose my name here, Affouet Emma. So continue. Then these are all the properties that have been mapped from Notion to Monday, and then we're going to test the step. All right, so they said an item was sent to Monday that come about
0 seconds ago.
I'm so sorry. I forgot I was in live. You see, the update 5 working on it, March 5th. That was the last I have updated it. It just populated here. So the test succeeded. I'm just going to erase that for now and you'll understand why in a bit. And I'm going to publish the Zap. Remember, takes 2 minutes. Remember, 2 minutes. So now the Zap has been published. They ask us, do we want to transfer the existing data or do we want to go to our Zap? I want to transfer my existing data because that's the goal of this Zap right here. So I say transfer existing data. Then it's going to take us to this page. It's just going to have to wait a couple seconds, and all of our tasks from Notion are populated here in Zapier. So I want everything to be mapped to my monday.com. I click on ID, select all, and next. Send 5 records from Notion to monday.com. Are you ready for this? And I say,
yes, I am ready.
So send data. Success. Your data is being sent. We have succeeded, guys. We did it. So now we're going to exit the transfer. That's what you missed in my first attempt. So now look at this beauty. Look at this. Everything that we have in Notion, we have in Monday. How precious is this? Chef kiss, this is amazing. All right, so let's do a test. I like to test the tools. Let's add a new task, because remember I said when a new task is created, I want it to be mapped to Monday. So let's do update 6. All right, let's do done. It was done today, and it was low, and it was me. All right, it'll take 2 minutes for this data to be sent in Monday. So, oh, let's rename it. Okay. Did I do it all right? If I didn't do it the right way, let me go back to my Zap for a second. Let's run it. So you have the ability to run also your Zap to see, oh, we couldn't find any new database item. So it's not new. Interesting. Alright, you know what? I'm going to start again. It's supposed to be working because the test said it was working. Right? Let's try to run it. Is it my connection? Zap run successful. Oh, okay. So maybe it was the internet connection. So as you can see, it works. You see here, it means that your Zap is on. Every 2 minutes it's going to verify your Notion account. If you have a new item that has been created, and going to automatically be pulled from Notion to Monday. So let's create another one. Right. So this Zap, if you have an important task that you want your team to look after, from the status changes to the date changes or the priority changes, you're going to have to use that one. You choose Notion as your trigger app, you update the database, then you choose Monday, and then you do the same, you update. All right, so let's try, and I hope it works the first time. Okay, choose Notion. Okay, so we choose trigger event, updated database item. Same polling, 2 minutes. That's what they say. But I don't know why they are fast on me today. Yesterday and even this morning was taking forever. I told you before, when you use your Notion account, if you have already a Zap that is on, it's going to tell you how many Zap you use that Notion account for. So it's been now the second Zap, so it said use into Zaps. Next, we have to choose a database. Same database as before is the to-do database, and I put continue. Then I test the trigger. Usually the triggers are very easy to test and they're very easy to go through. The thing that you have to pay attention to is the action, because if you mess the action up, everything is lost. So the data is being populated here from Notion. Oh, they even have avatar URL. That's nice. All right. Anyways, then I go to Monday. All right. So we do update item, and the update item, what does it do? It change multiple column values of an item. So it can change your priority, your date, your task name, your status. That's what we want. And we go to continue. Same as before, we choose the board ID, that is the project pane. Here on the left menu, the item ID, I told you before that we're going to use for an important task. All right, so I want the update 5. This one is critical, right? So I want to use the update 5, so I'm going to choose the update 5. Override empty field. So if this one is checked, all empty columns will be erased. I don't want that. I always put false, because why are you going to erase my properties? So the status, as the previous one before, we choose working on it. So the date, same thing. It can be either properties date start or date, depending on what you have in your database. The priority is custom, no, the people, and then it's me. And I continue. Then I test the step. All right. Said an item was sent to Monday about 0 seconds ago. So since it's the update 5 here, it says just now. I always put last updated so you can see when the latest modification was done on your task. Every test has been successful. I'm going to publish. the zap. So it says it's on, right? And we didn't do anything yet. I want to change the date of my update 5. So let's put on the 8th, all right? I'm stuck. What did we change again? We changed the date and the status. So it's going to be March 8 and stuck. So look out here. It's going to be March 8 and stuck. Hopefully. Woo, woo, woo. We did it. We did it. We did. So you see, stuck March 8. It's for new updated database. So if you have something that is new, you just updated, it's going to run and it's going to be successful. But if you didn't update anything and you run it up, what is it going to tell you? We couldn't find any new database items. So everything new. So let's just say you want to update something. You need to update before running up or before it automatically update itself. If you don't update anything, nothing's gonna happen. So we just did the second one. Guys, it's 11:10, all right? So right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the notification in monday.com and Notion, and just going to stop at this. In the later stream, we're going to focus on the high priorities, filter the high priority that you can also do in Monday or Notion. And I'm going to make sure that this time you can hear me correctly so we don't waste time. So let's go into my Monday, right? Go to automate. Then here you're going to have a bunch of templates. They're going to tell you, to show you actually what you can automate directly from Monday. So there are some automation that you don't really need Zapier for. I just wanted to show you how you can do with Zapier, but you can directly automate from Monday. If you don't want to use Notion or you don't want to use Zapier, you can from Monday. You can also do in Notion by itself. Directly for Monday, you can use Gmail, Google Calendar, Outlook Calendar, Slack, Zoom, like if you want to send a notification to yourself or an email to yourself, it is possible. Let's just do when the status changes and I notify someone. So I go to automation, I go on, click add automation. When the status changes to done, I want to be notified when status changes. So I click on status. So when status changes to done, then I want to be notified. So then notify someone. So when I click on notify, I can send myself a message. So say, hey, please check task and proceed. Hey, username, please check task and proceed. And I say done. So that message, I'm going to receive it when I'm going to be notified. So then when I click on someone, I just notify myself and I create the automation. When status changes to done, notify Affouet Emmanuella Ouattara, and it's on. So we're just going to update 2. We're going to change the status to done. I receive an email. Hey, Affouet Emmanuella Ouattara, please check task and proceed. I receive a notification. Hey, Affouet Emmanuella, please check task and proceed. So I can either say mark as read or delete it. So you see how easy it is to just get notification in monday.com. You can also get notification directly on your Slack, but that will be for another stream. Let's do for Notion. In Notion, it's very different. Instead of going to automate, we go and click on the lightning bolt here, and it said create and view automation. So I click on it, and the same thing, right? I'm just going to be renaming status update, all right? And then for all pages in to do, so the new trigger will be when the status is done. Then I want to send a notification to person property. You have the ability to choose either specific people, so you just put their emails address, and person property if they are already connected on your Notion page. Person property, and select a property people. Say, hey, check task and proceed. And I said enable. So when I click on done, I should be receiving a notification right here. So say, hey, check task and proceed. I could have done the same thing as put the username just to be maybe more respectful, or to be more personalized. I could have done it, but just for sake of time. So it's possible to have your notification in Notion or in Monday without using Zapier. If you want to use Zapier, we can do a whole stream about it. So I have been really enjoying this stream. That was the first time I did it. It was great, and I hope to see you guys very soon. I decided to cut this stream short because I had some troubles with the stream. I could speak, but no one could hear me. I couldn't even hear myself. I have to actually log in to my stream and see if I could hear myself. And then that's what it just made me lose sometimes, and I apologize for it. But next time
I'll be ready.
I've tried, I mean, I'm not a streamer. I just hope that you found the stream useful, all right? And it's been a pleasure. Bye.